Toasty.tv. I am Paul Leone with
John Pinkerton.
And our good friend
David Little,
who is back with us and will most likely be a regular at this point because, it works. And you bring a lot of these wonderful fine beers to the table. And you brought this one to the table. You want to go ahead and say what it is?
Well, this is Otter Creek's Winter Ale. Otter Creek's out of Vermont, Middlebury, Vermont. It's Otter Creek and also Woolivers, two breweries that merged, 5-6 years ago, I guess. Trying to remember.
Not exactly sure.
But Woolivers is there. Otter Creek is very dedicated to sustainability, so they do a lot of recycling. All of their, they try and basically keep a zero carbon footprint. And Woolivers is their organic brewery. Mm-hmm. So everything that comes out of Woolivers is actually 100% organic.
Very nice.
So if you like organic beers or you like to support that, then Woolivers is what you're looking for. But this is their winter ale. I think this year they change them around, but this year it's actually a brown with raspberry.
A raspberry brown. Special release. Well, great. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of those desserts that have the raspberry and chocolate. I don't have this.
Raspberry and chocolate, just so you know.
I'm a big fan.
This is the night where we taste beers that
John doesn't.
Well, it all goes back to the.
It's that John won't brew. How's that?
Well, I don't want to say that. I mean, we have done some fruit beers. Yeah, I want to give this a fair shot because my buddy Steve Parks is the brewmaster there, and they make some great beers. One of my favorite porters is I think it's Stovepipe Porter, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, Stovepipe Porter. It's like a nice porter with just a hint of smoke. Well, let's concentrate on this one.
Ooh, I get the brown malt.
Oh, yeah. Holy cow.
Oh, we can't forget about Chris.
And it's Chris, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Lady, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Behind the camera for us. Ooh. I smell the raspberries. On the second smell, I got the raspberries. The first time, I got the big malt.
Big malt.
It's real subtle, though. I mean, I get malt. Brown ales are actually one of my favorites. I really like those because the malt flavors in those are just so full and rich.
I like this. I like this a lot because it reminds me of that chocolate raspberry dessert that I enjoy so much a little bit. Not that this is chocolatey, but that little hint of raspberry at the end.
It's very subtle.
Yeah,
it's very subtle.
I don't know about subtle. It's there.
You get that?
No. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Steve.
It's got a nice brown color.
Sorry, man. It's not my kind of
you
beer.
and your super palate. I just,
Well, I should back up. There's nothing wrong with this beer.
Right.
I'm not dissing the beer. It's not my style of beer. It all works together. And the brown ale components, those malty components, I think are nice. It's got a nice, snappy, it's not necessarily big, sweet, malty that kind of serves the
It's certainly not sweet. It doesn't,
It's
the
definitely,
finish is very dry. It's got a good bittering to it, good hop bittering.
Yeah, it's not a sicky, sweet, really heavy beer. You're right. And it's kind of more dry than you would think.
I don't know.
Raspberry? Maybe I don't know what raspberry is.
The raspberry, to me, the raspberry and the malt is kind of doing something weird on the nose. But again, it's just...
Yeah, and as we've said in many episodes in the past, we don't rate beers because taste is subjective. I'm not a big fan of a lot of pumpkin ales. There's only one or two that I really like, but we tried a bunch to try to give you an idea of what's available and what's out there. And this is just another example of a Christmas or a winter ale. And if you like the raspberry and the maltiness, I think you would really enjoy this beer.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. And we're going to come back to some Otter Creek beers and do them justice because I'm a fan.
Yeah. And it's kind of, would you say, though, you like a lot of their beers, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
When you have these seasonal type beers, it's really kind of a great time for some of these brewers to experiment a little,
Absolutely.
to have a little fun. Win or lose, they're going to put it out on the table. That's kind of how it works.
Sure.
I guess the other thing for me is like the raspberry thing. I already have this sort of paradigm in my head that a flavor like that belongs in soda or something.
Yeah.
So it's like when that aftertaste hits me, I get this sort of raspberry soda thing going on. But
Nice little. I like the kind of the red hue. It's got a nice.
I forgot to even look at the color.
Yeah, it's right.
It is pretty.
Maybe I don't know what raspberry smells like. I don't.
See, I get it. I get it.
Are you raspberry deficient?
Maybe those receptors
it's very
are not
subtle,
there,
but I get it.
Yeah,
usually I'm the one that doesn't smell or taste certain things, but I definitely get it a little bit there. You'll come back up?
I'm sorry.
Maybe if I warm it. Maybe if I warm it a bit.
Yeah. It's certainly a nice beer. For me, anyway. I like it, actually. Really enjoy it. Could I drink 6 of them? No way. But it's definitely one that I enjoy.
You know, I'm thinking about
maybe 3.
I'm thinking at the base beer, and I think the foundation is really good.
I don't know. You've been a little uptight lately. I bet you could put away a few.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't have a job. That's why I'm uptight. So I drink a lot.
No, you're self-employed.
I'm self-employed. You're right. I got to shift the brain. I got to shift the brain a little bit. Yes, but the highlight of my whole existence is hanging out with you guys trying beers. So.
Oh, I feel a group hug coming on.
I don't know. It's the holidays.
Let's put the glass down.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this.
All right, stop touching me.
Damn it.
It's the holidays. All that'll go away after the New Year's. We'll just be back to...
hand check.
Yeah,
okay, all right. Hand check.
Those aren't pillows.
I think the cameraman just kind of threw up in his mouth just then.
So it's Otter Creek Winter Ale, Raspberry Brown, out of Vermont. Gentlemen, I mean, I think it's definitely one of those unique choices. If you're looking for something a little different in the beer aisle, you know, if you can get it, try it, especially if you like a little bit of raspberry.
Well, I think, you said earlier, you said Christmas or this season is when the brewers get to expand, and I think there's a great opportunity for the drinkers to expand.
Yeah,
try something new and see what's out there.
I've been expanding all this holiday food.
It's all part of the experience.
It's that turkey and stuffing and
So if you have any questions or comments at all, send it to Paul at beeramerica.tv or
John at beeramerica.tv.
That would actually be Pink at beeramerica.tv. You could send it to John.
That's what I said. Pink at beeramerica.tv.
And if you're a brewer out there and you want to send us any beers, please do. It happens a lot. We've tried several beers here where the brewers are now sending them to us, which is great because then it's just easier for us to get them if we can't get them in Savannah, Georgia. So look us up on Twitter, Facebook. We also have Chris Lady, Facebook, and we also have a fan page on Facebook. And also sign up for our email on the site.
Oh, and give us comments. We've been getting some interesting comments on the videos.
I know. We've been getting a lot of views, but not a lot of people are leaving comments. Leave comments, good or bad. I'll post them.
Most of the comments on the past episodes have been me correcting something that I've said wrong. So
it's all part of it. So then, as long as you correct yourself,
you just gotta
I can't
roll
get
with
mad.
it. You got to roll with it.
So cheers, gentlemen. Happy holidays.
Slanja.